Hi, this is Chris here with EverydayVBA. Today we're going to be setting up navigation buttons. It's the solution to the navigation challenge. So we're going to go ahead and dig right in. We want to add some shapes. We're going to add two different shapes. We're going to add an arrow like that. We're going to copy paste, and then we're just going to turn it upside down. Okay, there are our buttons. So now what we need to do is we need to write code that will get them to go basically left or right. So this is going to be our right arrow. You know what, let's get rid of that. Let's actually do a left arrow because that will be easier. That's a better move. So left, then we got that one right there. And there we have it. We got a left arrow and a right arrow. Okay, so we need to make two different macros. One for left and one for right. So we're going to go into our Visual Basic Editor. We're going to open up a module. We're going to call this sub RGT. Okay. So the reason this is an intermediate challenge is because when you get to the end, you're going to error out. So first, what we want to do, and you need to figure out what sheet you're actually in. You can record these so that they go back and forth. Super easy way to do it. I'm making this little intermediate because this is the solution is going to be a little bit more challenging. So what we're going to do is we're going to go s index. And that's just it's going to be my variable for my sheet index. We're going to go equals index. We're going to go active sheet dot index, which should return a number. Now, we know that we're on sheet 1. We also know that that is the first sheet there. So we're going to go F8. We're going to run through this real quick. It's going to give us 1. So that's good. So we know that we're there. So what we want to do is when we're right, we're going to just be adding 1. So we're going to go, what we want to do is we want to go sheets. And notice it says index right there. We're going to go SHIN, sheet index plus 1. Okay. Dot select. Okay. What that's going to do is it's going to say, you'll notice when I click here, it's going to go sheet index equals 1. It's going to go sheets. And then we're going to go 1 plus 2, which is going to kick us over to sheet 2. When I hit F8, and there we go. We are right over to sheet 2. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same thing for left. So I'm just going to copy that whole section. We're going to go LFT sheet index. The only difference here is we want to go -1. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run this. Now it's not linked to a button, but we're going to click that. It's going to give us sheet index 2. It's going to give us 2 minus 1. We're back to sheet 1. Okay. Now if I run this code right here, it's going to give us an error because there is no sheet index of 0. It's going to say subscript out of range. So what we want to do, and what we learned on an earlier challenge, is on error, resume next. Now that will work for this case. That will work in this case because when we get that error, it's at the end of the code, so it doesn't really. It's a good simple solution for solving this problem. So now if I go F8, this is actually going to kick an error, but we're not going to see it. It's just going to go to the next line, and we're good. Now the other way to do that is you put in a, if this wasn't the middle of the code and that was essential to your program, you would put in an if statement. Say if sh index is equal to 1, then go to the next line, and we'll get into some of that later. We do need to put that in here. We're going to go like that. Put that right there, because the same thing will happen if you actually start going up the line. There's actually only 3 sheets here. We'll try to go to sheet 4, and you get that same error. So what we're going to do now is this will be the fun part here. What we want to do is I'm going to be a little anal here. I'm going to go and format these. I'm going to align them to the top so that they're the same size. Again, I'm being kind of anal here, but okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to assign a macro, and that's my left arrow. So we're going to go like that. I'm going to right click on here. We're going to assign a write macro. And now that I've got that done, I'm going to hold my control key down. I'm going to copy those. I'm going to paste them. I'm going to paste them. Actually going to paste. Let's move them up to the top here as well. So now that those are done, I basically now have navigation.
Thanks again for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Everyday VBA YouTube channel. Please join the VBA community at EverydayVBA.com. And most importantly, learn VBA.
That's a fun one. That's super useful. Makes you look like a champ when you're putting that stuff into a spreadsheet, especially in dashboards and reports. Man, people just eat that stuff up. So hope that really helped. Hope you can implement that on some of your larger spreadsheets. Hope you enjoyed.